What's up, guys? Chris Chess Sports Cards here. Sorry, my microphone is giving me issues. Excuse me one sec. Sorry for the noise, the feedback. There we go. What's up, guys? Chris Chess Sports Cards here. We're doing 2023 Donruss Baseball Quarter Case Break number 3, I believe. Right? Yeah, number 3. Welcome. Especially if you're new to the channel, welcome. A bit about us. We've been around for over 5 years now. We break mostly baseball. We ship all cards from every break. We're very generous with the top loading. We ship as quickly as our little hands will move. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We do free breaks. When we do them, we use our subscriber list from YouTube for the random. So if you want a chance to get your name into the random for our free breaks, all you got to do is subscribe to the channel. Let's go over the teams. D-backs, Nicole W, Braves, Brandon Z, Orioles, Chris R, Red Sox, Charlie H, Cubs, Brian B, White Sox, Daniel J, Reds, Chris K, Guardians, Josh M, Rockies, Dwayne T, Tigers, Jacob W, Royals, Jason O, Astros, John W, Angels and Dodgers, Kelly H, Brewers, Brandon Z, Twins, Brian B, and Marlins, Brian B, Mets, Brian M, Yankees, Nick P, A's, Norm S, Phillies, Kevin M, Pirates, Diane N, Cardinals, Nicole W, Padres and Giants, Kelly H, Mariners, Chris R, Rays, Dane T, Rangers, Brendan Z, Blue Jays, Robert H, and Nationals, Derek C. All right, let's open some cards. Good luck, everybody. Lots and lots of stuff in Donruss. If you haven't been in Donruss yet, I always forget every year. Yesterday, the breaks I scheduled, I didn't give near enough time. I forgot there's 8 billion parallels, which is fun. And usually extra hits. We had some extra hits last night. We had some really great autos last night, so hopefully we continue it tonight. We had a one-on-one plate last night. It's a bunch of good stuff, so this case has been nice to us so far. Let's see if it will continue this evening. Good luck, everybody. Stremski. Jordan Walker Unleashed, number 2/999. Dave Winfield to 2023. Greg Maddux Blue. Lighter. I'm so happy I'm getting stocked up on my dummy cards again. It's been a while since I've seen dummy cards in a product. Dustin Pedroia on fire to 75 for the Bo Sox. Nick Gonzalez Blue for Pittsburgh. Boston's Charlie. All right, Brian, let's go Mets, buddy. Thanks for joining us tonight. Late night on Saturday. Always a quiet break. Austin Wells to 2023. I'm happy for anybody who joins us in the chat. It's traditionally our chatless break, the last one on Saturday. And I love his name, Jordan Jeffrey Joseph Lawler. It sounds like it could be a law firm on its own. Base relic for Arizona. Jordan Jeffrey Joseph Lawler. I bet, like, when he got in trouble with his mother, Jordan Jeffrey. She gave him, like, the full name treatment. For Nicole. There you go. Pete Crow Armstrong, Carson Williams, Drew Gilbert Blue, and Andy Rodriguez to 2023. I don't know. Yeah, I don't. 110 sounds a little high to me. I won't tell you what I paid for it. Ricky for Oakland, 3,000. Then you would really agree that 110 is too much. Edgar Martinez. No, I feel it's like a $95 a box product. I would think that's fair because you are getting 3 usually plus hits. I mean, for the most part, most of the boxes usually have a 4th hit in it. So I don't think it's like a $75 product necessarily, like a Diamond Kings or whatever it should be. But I just don't know that there's many products out there these days that are going to sell for those numbers anymore. I just think it's kind of the way of the world. Alomar to 46. Like, I don't, Gary Sheffield, other than a very few products, I don't think there's going to be too many sub 100 products anymore. Just, I guess, inflation or whatever else. I'll tell you what, though, I'm happy it went down to 110 because I saw Blowout was selling it on pre-order at like 130 a box. I was like, you got to be kidding. That's ridiculous. Rafael Palmeiro. Catfish Hunter to 2023. You do get a lot out of it, though. I'll give it that. I mean, it's not, granted, the values aren't necessarily where you'd like them to be, but you certainly get a bunch out of the box. In number 215, George Valera for Cleveland. There you go. Who's got Cleveland? Josh, numbered 6 of 15. Nice pickup there. Nice pickup on a $8 team. Not bad. Harry Ford, blue. Archie Vaughn, numbered to 349. Larry Walker to 2023. Marte. Archie Vaughn for Brooklyn. The Doyers. I try to hold. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if I mean, I agree with you, but I mean, some of it has certainly come down from the crazy pandemic prices. Harmon Killebrew to 500. I think, honestly, at this point, I think just inflation has more to do with it than anything. I mean, look, even you look at Series 1, Series 2, those type of things, they used to be $70 boxes. Now they're $90 boxes, and certainly not to say if they're not great, they can't come down. They can, but I just think that's where the market stands. Luckily, it's not quite as crazy as it was a few years ago, but now football and basketball are a different story. I think baseball has been a little more with the times, kind of reflected. But I don't know. I just don't see too many sub $100 boxes anymore. Few, but not a ton, unfortunately. Lawler to 2023. Austin Wells to blue. Yeah, but in fairness, John, and believe me, I agree with you as far as that. You could have gotten it cheaper for one. You could got it for what, $1,000 on Tops, 2023. But that has always been priced like that. I mean, it's up a little bit. I think a few years ago you could get it for like $800 a box or whatever. But I mean, it's always been super highly priced. The one that gets me is Dynasty. I do not understand why people pay the price they do for Dynasty. Um, for those of you who've been in the hobby for a little while, if you remember when they first came out with Dynasty, it was a $350 box. Kobe Mayo, which I'm okay with. $350 on a Dynasty box, I can handle that. But now it's like $900 a box. That's insane. And I mean, I always kind of have this strange kind of math in my head that I feel like 20% of the boxes should be able to cover its cost. And partially because I'm a Bowman guy. There's a Nolan Ryan for California to $9.99 and Al Kaline to 2023. Grayson Rodriguez blue. And with Bowman, you can many times cover your cost, and then some. Dynasty, don't get me wrong, there are some massive, beautiful cards in Dynasty. There really are. But I bet less than 8% of the cards cover the cost of that box. Maybe even lower than that now at the prices it's at. But these, like John was just saying about COVID prices, I don't know if it's all blamed on that, but some of these, they just don't want to get with reality and understand that that's not where it is anymore, Johnny Bench to 100, Steve Carlton blue. Like, I've talked about this before. I saw a guy open a box of Dynasty and got a Larry Walker auto. I'm telling you, if I opened a $900 box of Dynasty and got a Larry Walker auto, my head would explode. I would be so mad. Like, and what right does Topps have to put him in there? Like, not that there's anything wrong with Larry Walker. Was a phenomenal player in his time, but he's got no real value. I mean, it's like an $80 card at best, Abreu blue. And yeah, I understand, obviously, I've been in this business for the better part of 15 years now as a business and been in the hobby my whole life. Look, I understand prices fluctuating, guys getting hurt, PEDs happening, this, that, whatever, and you take those chances. But to sell a product at $900, there's a Zach Veen for Colorado Signature Series, and to literally stick like a $50 card in there is just like, you're just telling your customers you don't care about them at all. Like, Yelich Dynasty for $71. Yeah. Well, and that's like, and again, I get it. And this is where the hobby has one maybe bad look to it that everyone gets into it's a form of gambling. Like, I always get upset when I hear guys talk about breakers and how we ruin the hobby and this and that. I honestly, and I don't just say this because I'm a breaker, I honestly think we are exactly the opposite. I think we're one of the best things for the hobby if we're honest and do things properly, Bomb Squad Piazza to 249. That's a cool looking card. Because your odds are you could go out and buy a box of Donruss for $110, like John said, and get what you get, Whereas, let's see, like the Brewers. Let's say you're a Brewers fan like John is. So now John didn't buy the Brewers tonight. Brandon did. He paid $26 for a spot to see 4 boxes. So those 4 boxes would cost you $440, and you get every single card of the team you want. Like, to me, that's a way better way to get what you want, Now, granted, again, you're taking a chance of whether or not you're going to hit anything, but you do that every time you buy a box, I don't quite understand how that ruins the hobby, but J.R. Ritchie 298. Ken Griffey blue. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand there's just people out there who have problems with gambling and stuff, and it can be looked at as that way, that they're always chasing the big hit or whatever. And I get it. Everyone is, but a lot of people do it for different reasons. Not everyone's chasing the big hit to make money. Most of us, like myself, or like someone like John who collects the Brewers, is looking to increase his collection. The amount it's worth is kind of secondary, Ozzie Smith pennants. Is that one of the ultra rares. I had all the ultra rare short prints written down. No, it's not. Well, that's the first one of those I've seen. It's a cool looking card though, and it's not numbered either. Interesting. Yeah, exactly. And look, I as the and those of you who are regulars with me, I think you guys know this. I specifically offer breaks that are on the less expensive side. I mean, don't get me wrong, every once in a while I bring in an expensive product because I want to offer everything. But look, I could just as easily do full cases of Donruss, or I mean, I have it all here, but I don't want people to have to buy into my breaks and have it cost hundreds of dollars to get in. Okay, yeah, if we open a full case, there's going to be a lot more hits. I mean, there's arguments to either side of it, but I would rather somebody could get into a break for $20, enjoy it, maybe get what they're looking for, and be able to come back and do it again because they can afford that. You know, I go online and see some of these breaks that are going on. I can't even believe that people pay the prices they do for some of these. There's this guy who I think he's on Facebook, the Break of Gods. I don't know them at all. I know nothing about them. I know they've been around for quite a while. He had like a basketball break the other night. It was like $4,000 a spot, and that thing sold like it was easy. It's like, oh my god. Eddie Murray, the Mr. 3000, the 999. Um, I just think that if I can offer a break that you can get your team for a fraction of what a box costs, and yes, of course, you're not always going to get what you're looking for, but the hope is there, you know. Plus, there is a level of entertainment to this. I mean, I try to be somewhat entertaining, you know, but I don't know. I there's just some products out there these days, and for that reason, some products I don't bring it. I never break Dynasty because I don't think it's worth breaking. Brooks Robinson for Baltimore, 4 of 50. Now, don't get me wrong. I'd love to pull the one of one Shohei or Trout or whatever, and then of course, yes, it's worth it, but they're rare. Yeah, man. Some of those whatnot breaks that go on and stuff, I go on there and I'm just floored at what I've watched guys on whatnot spend $20,000 at a time on cards. And I'm like, is this person in just a millionaire, just sitting at home bored and wants to just, let's open some cards. Here's 25 grand on a Friday afternoon. Like it's nothing. Oh, you're entertaining. I try. Like I'm shy. I was watching guys one day in one of these whatnot breaks, and the spots were going. It was a huge football mixer, huge. I mean, they were doing national treasures. There was like 30 boxes or whatever, and spots were going for like on auction for like between 2,500 and 3 grand. And I saw one guy buy like 10 spots in that break. I was like, oh my god, Jackson Churio unleashed the 999. Like, is this just some super wealthy guy that's sitting at home bored, or I don't know. It's crazy. I have a bit of a different outlook on it. I mean, I do want it to be fun. I do want to cater to a certain kind of, you know, I want people to, as crazy as it sounds, feel like they got value to their dollar. You know, because I've worked in the food service industry my whole life, and it's like the number one concern is making sure people feel that they weren't taken advantage of. You know, look, I get it. Sometimes it doesn't always work out, and it's just the way it is. But you know, Lawler rated prospect, a nice Ichiro to 50, 20 of 50 on the Ichiro. Yeah, that's true. And you know what's funny, Jason? It's kind of funny you say that because look, I bought into breaks for years, going back to like around 2009, 2010. I started buying in, and I was selling singles and boxes online at that time. And I decided to start breaking just because I thought I could do it better. Mostly with shipping. The shipping really drove me crazy with breakers back then. Because I would get into a break and hit, buy into a Bowman break or something, hit a nice card. And by the time I actually got it in the mail, it was worth like half of what it was when I hit it because it would take 2-3 weeks to come in. And I was like, I can do this and ship way faster than these people can. Like Grayson Rodriguez, relic for Baltimore. And then COVID came and whatnot came around. And I don't say this to be mean or snide or whatever. This kind of younger set came into breaking that kind of changed the game quite a bit as far as what people would spend and how much, and the whole let's go crew, I like to call them. The boom crew. Brooks Lita 2023. And don't get me wrong, they have their place in this hobby. They do. It's just not next to me. But yeah, no, whenever I would buy into breaks myself, I'd always buy into random breaks, even though I have teams that I follow, but I always kind of like the chance of it, and I just like to collect cards. So it never really bothered me that much who I would get. Of course, you want to get good teams, but Orvelis Martinez to $9.99 on the bomb squad. Bobby Miller. Evan Carter Blue. Oh, I know. And did he ultimately buy it from Golden? I'm sure you guys watched the Golden show. That was kind of wink, wink, hint, hint that was him who actually bought it, right? During the auction. That's kind of the way I read it, even though they didn't say because it was a private sale. But and look, Drake's got more money. He's got all the money in the world. If you got it, hey, knock yourself out. Spend it, man. Look, I wouldn't turn a millionaire away from buying into my breaks in a minute, Kirby Puckett to 414 on the Diamond Kings. It's just, I'm blown away sometimes, like I said, by the money that people spend. It's an expensive hobby no matter what. Even on the low end, it's an expensive hobby, but some people just they got a lot more money than me, I guess. Ken Griffey, a Liberty. Jordan Walker to 2023. Cam Collier. See, the other thing that bothers me too is a lot of those guys who do these bigger breaks are the guys who don't ship half the cards, which I still do not understand. Like, and it's funny, I was on a break on Whatnot a couple weeks ago with one of the big companies over there. 97 of 99, George Valera. Wow, working the rainbow on the old George Valera for Cleveland, for Josh. And they're a big company. I was interested in seeing how their breaks went and this and that and whatever. So I bought into a break over there, and they don't ship base. And I'd be honest, I would kind of did it on, I did do it on purpose. When the break started, I just said, I didn't complain, I didn't say anything. I just put in the comments, oh, you guys don't ship base. Because I wanted to see how people would get riled up. And yeah, that's the first one I've seen too. Now we had last night, what was that? We did have an ultra rare of Griffey last night of shit. I can't remember the name of it now. That's why I thought maybe it was an ultra rare, but so they proceeded to fight about the reason why they don't ship base. Mr. 3000 Pete Rose to 149. Ricky Tideman to 2023. Sparky Anderson blue. And they had all these reasons for it. Well, what do you care? Base isn't worth anything and blah, blah, blah. And this and that. But they sell the base cards as another spot. And that's my problem. Like, you're saying they're not worth anything, but you're auctioning them. Yeah, no, from what I have, Brian, I wrote them down yesterday. That's why it's kind of true too. The ultra rares are naturals, superstar skylines, which we got one yesterday, the Mick, and then whammy cards. That's what it said in the sell sheet. But that one, what was that one called that we just had? The one we were talking about here, the pennant. That's the first one of that I saw, and there was another one yesterday too that I've only seen one of them, but they weren't on the sell sheet as a super short print. So maybe they added them or just kept them. They do that sometimes where they keep it off the sell sheet. It's kind of like a surprise super, ultra rare. So it might be. Gavin Cross to 500. Tin Kent's blue. Yeah, maybe there's more ultra short prints than they led in the sell sheet. It's possible. Al Simmons, Nick Gonzalez for Pittsburgh. Mason Wynn blue. Oh man, Tennessee lost today. Oh no, this is women's. Okay. I was watching the College World Series. I thought that was. I think it's softball now. They switched over. Diamond Kings, Eddie Matthews to 2023. And Duke Snyder blue. Walker. Brooks Robinson to 2023. Heidemann blue. Chief Myers 2023. Babe Herman blue. George Brett, Mr. 3009.99. Kevin Parada to 2023. And McCovey blue. Did you guys see the U12 USA baseball team? They were down like 28-12, and they scored 17 runs in the bottom of the seventh to win. Like, do we really need a national U12 baseball team? Like, I mean, and this has come from someone whose son played baseball his whole life on travel teams and all that stuff. Buster Posey to 181. Like, because my son actually said something to me about it. He goes, oh, yeah, those games are crazy. He's like, they're always score like 20, 30 runs a game. And I was like, what? So I looked them up online, and they do, because basically every one of the kids on the U12 team all hit puberty like 3 years earlier. They play in these fields, and they have like 200-foot walls in them. So all they do is crack home runs constantly. And like the normal score of a game is like 32-36. I don't know. I think U12 for a national baseball team might be pushing it a little bit. 15, 16, I get that. But my son's like, they're signing them already in college. I'm like, oh my God. To score 17 runs in the bottom of the seventh to win the game, that's pretty crazy. Brady House Gold Signature Series 23 of 25 for Washington. For Derek. Nice one there. Lee Smith Blue. Griffey locked and loaded to 349. Billy Stargell to 2023. Jordan Walker Blue prospect. Pudge. Old Pudge on the Miami or Florida to 500. Henry Davis Blue. For Brian B. Zach Veen coming attraction. Alomar to 2023. Richie Ashburn Blue. Brennan Davis to 2023. Randy Johnson Blue. Jeff Bagwell Cooperstown to 999. Edgar Martinez. And Brooks Lee Blue. For Houston, that's John. All right, last pack of box 2. Dennis Eckersley to 100 for Oakland. Tony Oliva for Minnesota Blue. Oakland is Norm on the Dennis Eckers. All right, box number 3. Box 3. Good luck, everyone. The last 4 boxes of this case we're doing tomorrow night. Rod Carew, Mr. 3000 to 999. Ray Langford to 2023. Espino Blue. That one's for Kelly for the Angels. Johnny Bench to 389 on the Johnny Bench career. Armstrong blue. Cincinnati is Chris. History Makers, Pete Rose. This is one we got yesterday, too. The History Makers one. For Cincinnati. Jim Edmond to 2023. Gary Carter, blue. Excuse me, for Chris. Roger Clemens at 2023. Killebrew, blue. Lou Brock, Cooperstown. Number 299, 65 of 99 for the Cardinals. Early win. Rodriguez. Cardinals is Cole. Dummy card. Jack Leiter to 100, 16 of 100. Paul Molitor, blue. For Brandon. Lawler to 2023. Rod Carew, blue. Whitey Ford to 2023. Richie, blue. Drew Jones, Unleashed to 249. And Jacob Berry to 2023. Eddie Murray, blue. Drew Jones is for Nicole. Dummy card. Elijah Green to 8 of 46 on the Elijah Green for Washington. Nolan Ryan, blue. For Derek. Good buddy. Cisco Alvarez. Jackson Jobe. Colson Montgomery for the White Sox, numbered 42 of 99. The auto for Daniel. Jackson Churio blue. Ichiro, Mr. 3000, numbered to 349. Sparky Anderson to 2023. Alkaline blue. Cal Ripken to 500, 246 of 500. Frank Viola blue. Jacob Milton at 2023. Vladdy blue. Jason Dominguez relic for the Yanks. For Nick. At least we're getting different relics tonight. We had one of the breaks last night. We got Ricky Tideman was like every single relic that we got, but they were all numbered different. So I'll give it that at least. Oh, run away from me there, Bobby. Bobby Dewar to 2023. Jason Dominguez blue. Not bad for a little White Sox pull, my friend. Mick Abel unleashed for the Phillies to $9.99. Ryan Zimmerman. Frank Thomas blue. Phillies is Kevin. Warren Spahn to 363. Randy Johnson blue. Edgar Martinez Liberty. DiMaggio to 2023. Oscar Colas blue. Numbered 70 of 75. Carson Williams for Tampa Bay. For Dane. Ben Kudra blue. Cal Ripken Dominator to 9.99. Frank Thomas to 2023. Trevor Hoffman. Running away from me. Dummy card. Ben Kudrin to 61 for Kansas City. And blue Amador. Mick Abel. Kim Collier blue. Seriously, they gave it up in the bottom of the ninth? You gotta be kidding. Zach Veen to 2023. Larry Doby blue. Oh. Did he get him? I'm sorry, I'm watching the highlights from the Tennessee baseball game. Oh, he was out. Oh, that was crazy. I love the College World Series. And we're partial to Tennessee because my son's going to school there next year. So, all right, box number 4. They won, right? Ichiro. Pete Rose blue. I can't get over this whole club baseball thing in college. Like, I had no idea it was as big as it is. My son, they contacted my son about playing club ball at Tennessee. Ellie De La Cruz auto. There you go. Very nice signature series auto from my man Chris. There you go, buddy. Like my son had offers to play in like Division 3 and Division 2, but he wanted to go to a big school, and it was fine. And to be honest, he didn't really know if he wanted to play ball in college either because of the commitment and everything. So then he was like, "Yeah, somebody contacted me about club baseball," and I was like, "Well, what's that?" And like, I mean, I understand the term, but I didn't realize there were like leagues and everything in college. It's like crazy because they want him and another kid from his team are both going to Tennessee to come and play for the club team. Whitey Ford to 9.99 on Elite Series. Jason Dominguez to 2023. It's pretty serious stuff though. That club baseball. You got it, Chris. Nice one, buddy. Like apparently it's because I again I had to educate myself on it. Apparently anybody can play, like almost like pickup baseball, right? But then there's a group of students who run the club, and then they choose the best players for the, I guess, big team. You know, Tom Seaver 311. So it's like anybody who wants to at any skill level, it doesn't matter. You can be terrible. You can go play club baseball. But then there's like a team who plays like they play Clemson, they play Georgia, they play like I mean like it really is crazy the leagues they're saying, and they're all over the country. I had no idea. So that's where they reached out to my son about playing because he was you know a varsity player in high school and pretty good and this and that and had some offers in college and whatever. And he's like, yeah, I don't know, I'd probably play just to play. Oh, well, there you go. Here's another pennant. So maybe it's not as short printed as we thought. Or we just got, a couple of super short prints. Cam Collier, 2023. Mike Piazza. It's amazing. The world of school and college is so much different now than it was when I went. There's an awful lot to offer, that's for sure. There's nothing you can't think. I went to culinary school, so it was like, here, make these eggs. All right. That was about it. Trevor Hoffman in 2023. It's not entirely true. I went to a regular, after culinary school, I went to the College of Charleston, too, for a couple of years. So, but I don't remember all these things that are offered that they offer now. Pretty basic. Another Ricky Henderson, Mr. 3000 to 999. Kumar Rocker. Tom Seaver Blue. The Lady Vols. I've learned a lot about old Rocky Top in the past few months. I certainly never knew before, being from Philadelphia. Joe Carter to 396 for Toronto. Jordan Walker Blue. Amador and Kaline. It's funny too because since my son decided to go to school there, like when I pack cards for you guys and do the shipping, it's all I notice is, wow, man, a lot of people from Tennessee who buy from. Yeah, 2023 Frank Viola. It's like you buy a car that nobody has, and then all of a sudden you see them everywhere on the road. You just happen to notice it. Diamond Kings Rod Carew to 2023. Lou Brock Blue. Wait, stay in my hand. Pedro Martinez locked and loaded to 249. Zach Veen to 2023. Taj Bradley Blue. All right, I got to move some base before I have a massive avalanche on my hands here. Give me one sec, guys. All right, I should have done that about half a box months ago. It was getting precarious. Paul Molitor for Milwaukee to 75. Maglio Ordonez blue. Ichiro. Mike Piazza blue. Espino to 2023. Cam Collier blue. Early win to 349 for Cleveland. Amador to 2023. Tim Raines blue. Rod Carew. 48 of 50 on the Rod Carew Diamond King. Tiedemann blue. Bobby Miller to 2023. Randy Johnson blue. Brooks Lee from Minnesota. Relic. For Brian B. Jeff Bagwell to 2023. And Eddie Matthews blue. All right, last few packs. And we'll do a hit recap and get out of here. Randy Johnson Dominators to 149. Yoshida rated prospect. Meyer blue. Robin Yount to 100. Tom Seaver blue. Marte Liberty. Austin Wells to 2023. And Ozzie Smith blue. Numbered 47 of 60, Jet. Man, what is one of my hands right now? Jet Williams, rated prospect for the Mets. Some more sleep. Yeah, I'm knocking everything over tonight. For the Metropolitans is Brian. Brian M. Here you go, buddy. It's Jet Williams. 47 to 60. Eckersley Blue and Raleigh Fingers. All right, last two packs. Zach Veen. All right, sorry guys. I'm try to finish these two packs real quick because my equalizer's about to cut out again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a separate video for the hit recap for this because I have to fix something on my equalizer real quick. So, Andy Rodriguez. And last pack. Drew Gilbert to 213. And Jason Dominguez. All right, so I want to thank everyone for joining us for the break. I am going to do a separate video for the hit recap for this in about 5-10 minutes. I'll come back on and do it. I have to fix something with this, otherwise it's going to keep cutting out. I don't want it to cut out in the middle. So again, thank you all for joining us tonight. Please, I hope to see you all tomorrow night. Have a wonderful, safe, and healthy weekend, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye.